Welcome back everyone. In this tutorial we are going to see how to import pandas in Python work environment. So to do that we just need to type import pandas as pd. pd is an alias name for pandas. It's like a short name. You can put any name here, but pd is a conventional alias for pandas. Shift enter to import pandas. And there we go. You can see this green check means this syntax executed successfully. That means we already imported pandas here. And now we are going to use one of the functions in pandas to read a data frame inside this notebook. First, we need to upload our dataset here in Colab. To do that, we just need to come here, click on this icon, and click on this icon to upload a dataset or data frame. Click on it and select the data frame you want and click open. And as you see this warning message telling you it's a reminder uploaded files will get deleted when this runtime is recycled. Click OK and let's now import the data file. First we need to create a variable to save data inside this variable. We call our variable here df equal pd, which is the alias of pandas, dot and read, and you got here several options popped up for you. We need to read a CSV, so select read underscore CSV, and we need to type here the name of our CSV file. Between quotation, type the name of the file, market underscore sales dot CSV. Shift enter, and we already created this data frame with the data inside the market sales CSV file. Let's have a look at our data. Type df dot head to get the first rows or records inside this data frame. Shift enter. And as you see here, we got the first 5 rows or records inside this data set. And as you know, index starts in Python from 0. So 0 to 4, this is the first 5 records. And you may determine here the number of rows you want to retrieve. For example, if you type 10, shift enter, you will get the first 10 records. And as you see here, the first row in this data set or this file identified here as headers for these columns. You may also retrieve the last rows in this dataset by type here df.tell, and if you don't determine the number here, you will get the last 5. But if you, for example, want to get a specific number, just type the number. Let's say 10, shift enter, and we got the last 10 rows here in this data set. And there is another method here, shape, to get the shape of your data. Shift enter to see what is the meaning of shape. Shape means the number of rows and the number of columns. So we have here 1000 rows and 14 columns. And we got another method or function here in this data set in Python, which is size. So if you type size here, shift enter, you will get the total number of values. So because we have 1000 rows with 14 columns, the total is 1000 by 14 is 14,000 values. And you may get also here the name of columns. You want to find out what are the columns you have in your data frame. So type df columns. This is another method here. So columns, shift enter, and as you see here, we got here all the columns that we have. These are the headers. So these are the headers or names of columns in this data frame. And data type here is object. And we can extract here a certain column in our data frame. So for example, I'm creating a new variable named x equal df and extracting city. So I want to get only the city column. When I execute this piece of code, I only got the values in city column. And this is the index starting from 0 to 999. And we may only extract one value inside this column. For example, if I need to extract row number 4, I just need to open another bracket and type 4. if I execute this code, I got only this city because this city has index number 4. And let's say we need only to extract these two columns from our data frame, city and date, and only the 10 first rows from these two columns. So first, we create a variable name x equal df, this is the data frame, open two brackets, city and date, and after that, another bracket here, colon 10. That means I need to get the first 10 rows. And as you learn, number 10 here is exclusive, is excluded from our list. So from 0 to 9, that means the first 10 rows. Let's execute this code. Shift enter. And as you see here, we got the first 10 rows from these two columns. And here we have another useful function or method in Pandas to find how many a certain value has duplicated in that column. For example, here I'm creating here a new column or variable city equal df dot value counts. I'm simply finding out how many each value in city has duplicated. Let's execute this code, shift enter, and there we go. As you see here, we have only 3 cities in this column, city. And the first one, Yangon, has duplicated here 340 times, and this city 332 times, and this city 328 times. And as you see here, the data type is integer 64. So Pandas automatically figured out, because value count is the count of each value, the data type here is integer. Panda also has a plot function to plot your data. For example, let's say I need to create a bar chart for this a new column for these repeated data. So simply I'm typing here city.plot between parentheses kind equal bar. So I need to create a bar chart. Shift enter, we got a bar chart. First one shows the data of this city, the second the other city, and the third column represents the third city. So this is a quick introduction to some basics of Pandas, what we can do with Pandas in Python.